Welcome back to Timeless Athlete, the ultimate space for former athletes navigating their life after sports. I'm Andrecus Lindley, and if you're anything like me, transitioning from a fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled world of athletics to a post-career life comes with its own challenges. But here we'll dive deep into the real struggles that athletes face after hanging up their jersey. And if you want to stay on top of these tips, interviews, and real stories of athletes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's build a strong community for former athletes ready to tackle the next chapter head on. I got a special one for you today. And this is something that is, I believe, more personal than it is for former athletes. Not saying that it doesn't talk about or refer to former athletes, but this refers to a little bit of everyone. Something that just been on my mind, and I just wanted to speak about it. I think, something I really noticed when I moved here to the United States from Europe, something that I'm noticing about the people. But hey, I don't want to talk about it too much. Let's go ahead and dive into it. And I want to talk about accountability. All right. Go ahead and hit that like button if this is something that maybe scares you. Hit that like button if you're ready to have this conversation. And also comment down below what you think about it. All right. So for me, I'm making this video personally because my whole life, I've been in sports since 9 years old till about 3 years ago in 2021. I went from coaching there, but just being a player, I realized that I've been groomed to take accountability, especially as a male athlete. I believe in male sports, we're more groomed to experience coaches, teachers, mentors, our parents holding us up to a certain standard, because this is what is, especially males, this is what we have to live up to. We need to take accountability. And this is something that wasn't quickly transpired. This is something that, of course, I had to work on my whole life. It wasn't the first, the second, the third year. It wasn't pound ball, middle school, high school, college. This is something that I'm still working on, but I'm doing a way better job doing it. But accountability for me is real. I don't like operating without it. It's something about calling myself out and having people around me who are willing to call me out. I don't care if you're a random person on the street. Like me being held to a certain standard and people calling me out on things that I'm doing wrong gives me the opportunity to build and be a better version of myself. And I love that because I'm a person who loves self-improvement. I love to get better at things, and I'm not scared or dishonest to myself about who I am. And I love that. And I love the way that the coaches my whole life have groomed me, taking accountability. This is something that we need to talk about, because with that being said, I love working with clients. I love working with athletes because they get this. They understand, hey, I need to take accountability for either my skill, my ability, my lifestyle, my habits, the things that I eat, the things that I allow in my mind, as far as like what I'm watching, what I'm pouring into my mental every day. Are these things aligning to how I live? Because for me, my lifestyle, everything goes together. How active I am, the things that I pour into my mind that keeps my mental stress free, that allows me to stay focused, to eat the certain things, to be around certain people. And I understand everybody is not the same. I understand there's people who are better at taking accountability than others. We're gonna meet you where you're at right now. And I want to make sure that this topic is uncomfortable for some. I know it is for some more than others. And I just want you guys to be honest with yourself, because if you're not, You know, I want to be honest with you guys. I love being around people who take themselves or take accountability for themselves. If you're not, that doesn't mean that, you know, I can't enjoy myself around you, but I understand that people who don't take accountability for themselves, they will drag you, be dishonest with you. They are more likely to allow certain things to happen because they want to overlook them for comfortable reasons. And I don't want to live a comfortable life, right? So being uncomfortable, that's the greatest thing you can ever do. That's one of the greatest things I've prided myself on, is always being uncomfortable in certain situations. It grooms me. It helps me adapt. It helps me find different things in my life that I can improve. And so why is accountability important? And for me, I have 10 reasons why, and I want you guys to stay with me. And I also want you guys to let me know down in the comment section, how do you guys feel about some of these things and how it has helped you? For one, it helps you lead by example. It shows that you are responsible enough to take things serious. You take your responsibility serious. Accountability is important because it keeps you consistent with your values. Look, a lot of people, especially in this day and age, think that they can do anything that they want, and they can. But that doesn't mean you should. You should have some kind of foundation base of accountability to say, hey, these are my values, and all that other stuff, that ain't me. But I realize in this day and age, especially moving back here in the States, that people are open to do everything. You're opening up your life for you're opening up your mind to everything. You don't want to take accountability for the things that you're doing wrong because you feel like you have an opinion and you just want to do it. It's real out here. So accountability is important. This is number 3. It stops you from making bad decisions. Exactly what I said about the values. When you are holding yourself accountable, you realize, hey, I can't do certain things. I can't, go hang out with these certain people during these hours or at all at any point. I can't be doing this because I have a wife at home, and I can't, it makes you make better decisions. It keeps you from doing things that everyone else is doing, and it separates you so that you become the leader, right? Number 4, it helps you keep your word. When you hold yourself accountable, that means you are honest about the decisions that you make. Hey, I'm going to show up at this time. Hey, I'm going to do this for you. Hey, I got to get this done at this time. I got to show up. So again, holding yourself accountable is something we need to practice. Number 5, it gives you a support system. When you hold yourself accountable, and you can be doing this just on your own, some kind of way people are watching. There's always someone watching, and guess what? Those people are there cheering you on. Hey man, I know this every morning, man. You always walking, you're doing some kind of workout. Man, keep going, bruh. Like, and on top of that, how can I work with you, man? How can you get me out here doing the same thing? You end up developing a tribe. People cheer you on. They want to give you advice. They want to do things for you to help you. Number 6, it helps you learn from your mistakes. Again, what I talked about earlier, when you hold yourself accountable, you realize, hey, I made a mistake right here. And when you can, even when these things are challenging and they're tough, I understand. That's accountability though. Whether the things are happening good or whether they're happening bad, it gives you the opportunity to look at all the mistakes and say, hey, I did this wrong. How can I get better? And then the success starts just being proactive and moving forward. You're not stagnated. You're no longer just in place. When you can look at your mistakes and become better from it, you become a better leader. Number 7, it helps us make tough decisions. I've already went on this, but you're more likely to consider all options and make better decisions when you are holding yourself accountable. Number 8, steps it stops you from getting egotistical. In leadership, ego is the worst enemy. Ego is the or one of the major obstacles of success. And if you have an ego is almost like a stop sign. It's a stop sign, it's a yield sign. It has all these things that's slowing you down. But what I noticed for myself, I had a big ego, y'all. I had a big ego. And it wasn't until I let it go where things just start moving forward in such a amazing way. Glory to God. But these things, let it go. Just let it go. Your ego, trust me, guys, like it ain't worth it. It really ain't worth it. And so we got to kind of leave that at the door. That leads me to my next thing is just, being humble. But you have to really let go of being egotistical. Number 9, focus. It helps you focus on your goals. When you're accountable, you can focus on your goals. It helps you set clear goals and deadlines, keeps you aware and what needs to be done to achieve a certain mission. So again, holding yourself accountable is just so amazing. Like I can't explain. I'm giving you guys certain things, but it's really overwhelming happiness when you are able to hold yourself accountable, not just in the good times, but in the tough times when you need it the most, right? Because this is where the growth and the success is coming. When you can look at those mistakes, when you can look at all the challenge and the tough times, when you can go back and call yourself out and, personally or in front of everyone else, this is where the growth comes. And number 10, overall self-confidence. Now, we want to leave the ego at the door. But when you're honest with everyone else, you're honest about yourself, asking yourself deep questions. Why am I doing this? How can I get better at this? How can I show up better next time? How can I do this? Your overall self-confidence goes through the roof. And that's something we have to separate. Ego is more of a thing like you just feel kind of entitled. But self-confidence is knowing, hey, I can do this. I know how to show up. I know I can get this done. I know the recipe because I've made these mistakes. I've called myself out on it. And now I'm honest about, okay, going forward. And so you're more likely to believe in yourself when you hold yourself accountable in your ability. All right. And so, guys, I just want to let you know you're not going to be perfect. You're always going to get better at this. This is something that I'm always getting better at, is holding myself accountable. I love it. I actually love it because as long as I'm calling myself out, that means there's so much room for growth. And I want you guys to experience the same thing. Now we're at the end of the video. Here is my tips for the tip drill. Y'all already know I need a bell or something to ring for the tip drill. But here's my quick tips for you guys to start holding yourself accountable. Things that you can start doing today is start being more of yourself and being honest. Okay? That's number 1. Be more positive and upbeat during the tough times. There's going to be challenges. You're going to have way more challenging times and tough times and mistakes than you are success. And that's good. But be positive and be upbeat because you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it one way or another. All right? There goes my phone. But be positive. Be humble. Be aware that be aware of your strength and your weaknesses. All right? No one likes a know-it-all, but give credit where credit is due. Be respectful. No matter the status of a person, treat them with respect. Treat these people, with courtesy. You never know. All right? Even if you don't agree with something, be humble, be respectful. All right? And then the last thing is be responsive. When people are reaching out, be prompt, be responsive. All right? Show that you're listening and that you actually care. If you guys can resonate with accountability and you want to take your accountability to the next level, let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what are some of the steps that you took and that you noticed that you can get better from to start taking more accountability. Again, guys, this is something personal that I just wanted to put out there. I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. We need to get out of this situation that we're in as a society where people feel like just because I can act this way, do this, whatever, doesn't mean that you actually should be doing it. Hold yourself accountable, hold some kind of value, be honest with yourself, and learn from your mistakes. All right. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Andrecus Lindley, and what I do is I help former athletes 30 and over get back into shape with lean muscle and energy using my Reignite Method in 90 days or less. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you book that connection call personally with me. All right, make sure you download that free ebook. And also join my athletic group as well. That's also in the description. I would love to get with you guys, spend some time with you, give you some tips, anything you need to go forward. Let's start taking accountability, all right? But not only that, make sure you stay timeless, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Peace.